Put some anti-sleaze on here. Specs say to torque this down to about 6 foot-pounds, but I don't have a hex adapter for this, so just do it by hand and wipe off any excess anti-sleaze. Clean off this mating surface for the sight glass. The specs say to tighten this sight glass down to 5 foot-pounds, which is about finger tight until you start feeling resistance. So I have some air compressor oil from Harbor Freight. I'm gonna fill this up. I'll fill it to the top, that little circle on the sight glass. Put some anti-seize compound on this. Hand tighten this down. Calls for 6 foot-pounds again. Wipe off any extra anti-seize. So the paper filter that was in this pretty much was ruined. So I'm going to try to make one out of this kind of a sanding block thing. Make another filter because this is kind of thin. So I've got these 2 rubber sleeves from the old filter. And put that in there. Now I'll spray the foam disc with some Cayenne air filter oil. This helps catch any small dust particulates. And the oil is red, so you know that you got enough on your filter. I'm going to put the filters in there. Here's the other half of that filter. The paper sits in between here and the back, and this just fell apart. So I'm going to cut this bigger. Then the top goes on there like that. Crank it down a little bit. Got this old rubber seal on the pipe that was leaking, so I'll take that off. Plus this is cracked. So I had to take the air outlet tube off, and this was just caked with burnt on oil. So I ran a brush down through here with some parts cleaner on it. Hopefully it got it clean. I got the new O-ring on. I put some assembly lube on there. So I've got the flywheel fan here, and here's some scouring pad dipped in some parts cleaner. Just taking the tiny little bits of the black, that's old rubber parts from the belt, taking that off. I'm going to put these bolts back in, put some Loctite on there. This holds the pump to the frame. Crank all these bolts down to 15 foot-pounds. Then mounting this screen back on there. Put some Loctite on the bolt so it doesn't vibrate loose. Some anti-seize on the shaft to keep this thing from seizing up or being stuck on the shaft if I ever need to get it off again, because it was a pain in the ass to get off. Put the bolt that holds the pulley on. Put some Loctite on that. Jam a screwdriver in there and hold it in place and start cranking this down. Let's put the drive belt on. Go. Got to push this belt all the way on there. Just making sure the belt is tracking well on the pulley before I seal this thing up with the screws. Got it plugged into 220. Here's a moment of truth. Let's see if it'll work. So my next thing for this is to just open the valves on it and let it run for a half hour, do the break-in. Then hook up all the plumbing and hook it up to my air hose so I can use it.